Hi. On the BBO, I often play the Zenith Daylong Reward tournaments. It's a robo event, 16 deals, and I did a video on this one, why I like this particular tournament. First of all, it has got an entry fee of $1 that dissuades non-serious participants, and it gives away in prizes 80% of the entry fee that they collect. And that means that there is some incentive for playing. As you can see, last 15 days or so, I have almost played regularly. And what do you get if you do well? If you do well, you get some BBO reward points, and you also get prize, and that is in BB dollars that you can use for playing some other tournaments. So there are two things. One is the entry fee that dissuades non-serious players, and two, the prizes. That means there is always something to play for, however small it may be. That is the reason I like these tournaments, and I often come across some interesting deals, and I thought if I discuss those interesting deals, it would be beneficial for people who are advancing bridge players or new players. So look at this table, and you can see that this is mostly those Zenith Daylong tournaments, except this one where it was as Pan IIT second Saturday event. But as you can see, I have collected a lot of BBO points through this. If I click on this BBO point, it will show that I am currently ranked 7 plus, and next rank is 8. I'm not too bothered about those ranks, because what really shows me on my profile is the star, which is world class or whatever. But I don't know whether that number appears there, 7, 8, 9 or whatever. But if it were to appear, well, these BBO points will go towards that. Now I cannot discuss the tournament that I played today. I can only discuss after the results are out. And therefore, I'll begin with the event that was on 17th June. So that was on Friday. So there I finished with 60.66% score. It was 109 rank out of around 1740. So which is around first 5%, 6% or so. I'm happy with that. First of all, this is a robo event. Robo doesn't play absolutely top class bridge. And secondly, in a pairs tournament, when you are compared with such a lot of players, it's good if you finish somewhere in the top few percent. Finishing first is mostly a matter of luck, or even first, second, third. Maybe once in a while you will finish first, but that's not important. You should try and finish in the top 10 or 20%. So this 109 is top 5 or 6%. I'm happy with that. Now, which are the deals that I want to discuss? I'll show you what BBO Robo does unscientifically. You would expect that Robo uses science most of the times, method most of the time. It's not so. This bidding one spade, Robo responded 2 diamond. After 3 club intervention, I bid 3 spade, and Robo simply jumped to 6 spade. So there is no exclusion asking, no ace asking or whatever. Even without exclusion, if the Robo could have asked all aces and then trump queen, maybe if I had king queen of spade, ace of heart, ace of clubs, it would have been possible to bid 7. But bidding 6 spade here is not really a good idea, but Robo does it anyway. So let us sort of just observe that. Other deal that I wanted to discuss was this three-note drum. Now, uh, if you look at the bidding, you will see that the robo did not open two speed, or the two speed seems to be a very reasonable opening in first seat. And then East reaches three-note drum. There is no way for South to lead a speed. So mostly people laid a heart. And then when it was time to discard on these six clubs, people ended up making wrong discards, often bearing speed ace. And all that I had to do was to avoid that, and I could get a score of 80.8%. So if you see the scores at other tables, at some tables they are three-note drum made 4. As you can see, nobody has really been able to lead a spade. What happened on this particular deal? Let me see. Okay, one person managed to lead a spade. Well done to him. But of course, that is more of a speculative lead. Now, what happens when three-note drum is defended? Normal lead is hard, but this person ended up leading diamond 10. A hard lead is slightly safer because the big hand is here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a problem with diamond 10, but in this case, if you see the bidding, 2 club 2 diamonds, so the bulk of the strength is here in east hand. So leading away from king is not such a good idea. There is a risk in every lead, but I wouldn't lead away from king or ace. I wouldn't lead from a singleton. So hard lead seems to be the normal lead, and most people lead a heart. So some people laid a diamond and then ended up giving an overtrick. But even where where a heart was laid, let me just see. Okay, so the lesson here is when the bulk of the strength is with the declarer, try not to lead from an unsupported top honor, that is ace or king. As I said, heart is not totally free of risk, but somehow it probably is slightly less risky than either leading away from ace or king. So this is one deal that might be of interest. This is another deal where just defending three-note drum got me a 70% score. Now, once again, one diamond, one or two diamond, two note drum, three note drum, it was partner's lead. So what was the issue? So spade went to spade 9, diamond jack. Notice that the robo has started giving count these days. Didn't give count years back. So maybe they are tweaking it a little bit, doing something with it. So a good idea was to duck once, then take the ace. And now what would you switch to? No point in playing a spade. Club is risky. So heart, which is the weakest suit of dummy. So lead towards weakness. These are the simple thumb rules. Lead towards weakness, lead through strength. So you don't know whether there is strength here or not, but you know there is weakness here. So just lead a heart and you should be able to restrict to 9 tricks. So heart 9 to suggest that partner, I cannot support heart back. It seems the logo is beginning to understand this kind of signal. And Since these diamonds were true and since the spades were good, the robo decided to cash out and club ace and club back. So rest of the tricks belong to the declarer, but still restricting the declarer to 9 tricks was good enough for a 70% score. So that is what I wanted to discuss. Here onwards, every day I'll discuss a couple of deals. I don't want to make it too boring. I don't want to discuss all 16 deals. Maybe a 5 to 8 minute clip discussing one or two interesting deals. Remember, I can only discuss the deals after the results have come in. Do join in. I'm sure there is something of value there, and you will definitely enjoy this discussion. Thanks. Bye for now.